In a world where pandemics struck, questions were raised, excuses were made. Things are different than they once were. Some say it's because of everybody else. Others blame it on the system. But what's the common denominator between the two? That's right, it's people. It's us. And as for myself, my problems are on me.
What is up, everybody? My name is Zidane, and at this point in my life, I have to make something happen. Due to my excessive gaming and bad decision making, we now peaked in life by looking like Wario's doppelganger. But all jokes aside, it's time. Since COVID-19 started, we haven't really left the house for anything other than errands and basic activities, and something has to be done about that. This even goes back years before the pandemic even started. That just topped it all off. Such an unbalanced lifestyle leads to a snowball effect of problems that exponentially get worse the longer the bad habits cycle. Basically, all I've been doing is playing RuneScape and Warzone, and change is essential at this point. The goal is simple: slowly climb back out of the hole I put myself in while continuing to game out of my mind. By incorporating more structure and better habits to my gaming lifestyle, I'll start to minimize the consequences slowly over time. Therefore, goals will need to start off simple, and the progression will decide new goals along the way. It's all about enjoying the process, and making the decision to just make it happen. So, with any sort of structure, there needs to be a routine. So let's start by establishing some ground rules. 1. I need to improve my sleep cycle and eating habits. These days I tend to be nocturnal, and being awake only at night isn't the most uplifting setting. Ideally, I would like to get about 6 hours of sleep and 3 meals per day at reasonable times. I know that's boring, but without that foundation, it would be nearly impossible to progress consistently over the long run. 2. I will be logging real-life progression as well as in-game progression each week to measure the balance between them both. 3. Basic forms of exercise will be done in intervals of time or content completion, primarily in old school RuneScape. For example, push-ups, crunches, planks, and so forth in between different tasks like skill runs, boss runs, or even quest completion. 4. Due to the importance of efficiency and time management in-game, these sessions will be translatable to all other forms of video game content. For example, if I want to play Warzone, I will be able to utilize time in-game to get some gains. 5. The most important thing for me to remember is that this is a marathon and not a sprint. Results will not appear overnight, obviously, and that's the main reason why people give up on their goals. Now, I know that was a lot, but those are the specifications of the challenge, so let's reveal the first one. 99 fire making at Wintertodd on 2 accounts at once. This will now begin the journey in using video games to improve life in ways I didn't think were possible. Essentially, the whole purpose of this grind is to live productively while I do what I love to do. It'll all come down to how bad I want it at the end of the day, and it's been a long time coming, but it's time to get started, so we'll see when the first challenge is complete. They say video games and reality can't coexist together. I have to use everything I have in me, but I will prove that theory wrong. Some of the best rewards come out of the most difficult challenges, and sometimes you just gotta take a leap of faith. And now, I'm ready.
Are you?